Let's go. Andra Nereko, Estamba Seko.
Good morning and welcome to Lagos this morning. You're tuned and locked on to your favorite station. Yeah, this is Flip TV. And today is the 12th day of December. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 13 more days till the Christmas. The countdown officially has started. I don't know how it feels in your end, but then again, right here, I think this morning, the weather here in Lagos, basically, we had light rainfall. Probably after this rainfall, we might see the Hamatans come out in full force. Who knows? Basically, welcome to the show this morning. Hope you're good. Hope you had enough time to rest. Hope the night went peaceful without any hitches. That is if you are in Nigeria. But if you're outside Nigeria and probably your time zone is different, then you can probably say something different. It could be you're in the morning, or you are in the afternoon, or you're in the night. It depends on the time zone you're watching us from. So whatever it is, you're welcome to the show this morning. It's Lagos this morning as usual to bring you all the excitement, entertainment, information, and also education right here on your favorite TV station. My name is Ebuka Ezobika. Welcome once again to the show. So as you know, as we do the show, we'll first start with the dailies. What are the newspapers serving us today? Then we'll move over to other talking points emanating from the news stories. So pick them, we'll dissect them, add flesh to the stories, and make our points here just for you to make sure you are informed, you're educated, and at the same time you are entertained. So welcome once again. So let's kick off the show basically with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. That is the first paper that we would be looking at today on the show. So don't forget, you can also let me know what you think concerning any of those topical issues. If it's anything you want to talk about, just drop your comments under the comment box. I'll be sure that we'll relate together on the show. I'm feeling a bit excited this morning. I don't know why, but then I'm not sure it's the Christmas. I don't know why I'm just getting excited. But then again, I just hope my feeling would impact your feelings so that we can feel it together, whatever that is. All right, let's start with the paper review this morning, shall we? Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Fubara walks tightrope as 27 Rivers Assembly members dump the PDP for the APC. There's a popular song then that's one of the popular actors used to sing for a network brand. I don't put to. This one's now they've ported from the PDP. 27 of them now they've switched to the APC. We'll be talking about this later in the course of the show, but this is the topical issue making the rounds everywhere right now in the country. Rivers State is on the news. Rivers governor refused to fund the legislature. According to them, PDP asks INEC to declare their seats vacant. SDP APC members joins Fubara's camp. Rivers APC caretaker committee chairman says defection is good news. Clark to Tinubu, call Wike to order. It's getting more interesting, ladies and gentlemen, in Rivers State. It's getting interesting. The picture in front of the Nigerian Tribune, the picture of the Nigerians, probably that is why I'm happy. Yes, for Victor Osimhen, probably that's why I'm happy. And also Aziza Toshel and Chiamaka Nadozie. You see the pictures here on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper alongside the president of CAF, Patrice Motsepe, in the picture there. So Nigeria dominates CAF awards. You see that there also. Then on the top left corner, Naira redesign, insecurity forced farmers into bankruptcy. This according to the federal government. Well, you want to see more concerning this story, you have to check through the pages of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Now let's switch to other papers this morning. We're going to the Voice of Liberty. Yeah, that is the next paper in my front here, and some stories here Tinubu grieves over Kaduna bomb victims as he inaugurates first electric taxis in Borno. Yeah, you see the story there. President Tinubu has expressed his condolences to the families of Nigerians who lost their lives in the recent Kaduna Tundubiri bombing mishap after commissioning a fleet of 107 gas electric powered buses, as well as taxis of Governor Babagana Zulum Metro Transport Scheme in Maiduguri, Borno State. Okay, the president using one stone to kill two birds, as it is. So basically, more of that stories you find it there in the Voice of Liberty newspaper. We can't allow corruption destroy Nigeria any further. This is coming from the EFCC. Coming from the EFCC, you'll find that in the Voice of Liberty newspaper. Nationwide blackout as national grid collapses again. How many times this year would we have these issues of the national grid collapsing? The news popped out yesterday and the late hours of yesterday that the national grid has collapsed, basically. Then later, I think in some areas, in Lagos State yesterday, there was a bit of blackout in so many of the places. Some places in the afternoon, others experienced that later in the day. But everybody collected breakfast yesterday as it's concerned light situation yesterday in Nigeria, basically. But towards the later part of the evening, it was beginning to look at least better because the grid that collapsed began to resurrect again, thanks to the transmission company of Nigeria. So you find that in the Voice of Nigeria newspaper, as it is. All right, moving on to other stories now. EFCC complaining we can't allow corruption destroy Nigeria any further. EFCC chairman Olukoyede saying that yesterday in the Voice of Nigeria. You can read more concerning that particular story. Then, service chiefs on persisting insecurity. Nigeria is under siege. Wow. Very interesting. Terrorists kill 3 born Silos in Zamfara. CBN suspends 2% processing fee for deposits above 500,000 naira. The Apex Bank have suspended the 2% processing for deposits above 500,000 naira. You find that in the Voice of Liberty this morning. All right, let's go right now to the Daily Trust. What are they saying in the Daily Trust this morning? Still news bordering on football. Nigerian sweeps CAF award. Osimhen breaks 24 years jinx. Emerges African Footballer of the Year. Oshola clinches record 6th award with Female Footballer of the Year. Nadozie winning the Goalkeeper of the Year. Falcons winning the Women's National Team of the Year. You know, so interesting. And I like what they did yesterday. Talking about Victor Osimhen and also Azeezat Oshola donning the green and green. Probably they planned it, maybe. And they did not carry Chiamaka Nadozie along. She left the WhatsApp group. She was not in that particular settings. Though, yeah, she was looking good also. But then, good one for all of them, Okay, other stories. Fubara mom. That's Fubara is quiet. PDP demands fresh elections as 27 pro-Wike lawmakers join APC. Loyalist of Yeson Wike joining the APC. Does that mean that Wike would also join the APC? Let's wait and see. Organ harvests. Victim sues Alliance Hospital, demands 700 million naira compensation. Wow. Bandits abduct 23 in Abuja community. Bandits abduct 23 in Abuja community that you find in the Daily Trust newspaper. Accidental bombing of civilians must never reoccur. Tinubu warns the army. It must never happen again. Anyways, that's the story there. If you want to read more, you want to find more, you have to check the Daily Trust newspaper. All right, quickly, let's move now to the points. What points are they making in the points? Let's point towards their direction. Now, Rivers political crisis is the focal point in the points. Dark clouds not over. 27 lawmakers of the PDP defect to the APC. Major story. APC welcomes legislators. Expect more deserters. That's what the story says. Wike may join APC December 15th. Oh. Like I said, because these people that left are pro-Wike supporters. Yes, they are pro-Wike, and according to the points, Wike underline the word there, may join APC December 15th. And today is what? Today is the 12th day of December. The countdown starts now. PDP groups seek elections to replace 27 defected lawmakers. Well, more you find in the Daily in the Nigerian, the point this morning. Nigerian banks sound strong, resilient. Okay, you find that there too. Governor Yabelo presents 258.2 billion naira 2024 budget to Kogi lawmakers. Then Tinubu is saying, yeah, I won't be happy until insecurity ends. This is coming from the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then in Osun State, panic as 11 Osun pupils are hospitalized after allegedly eating contaminated food in school. Big story there. We hope they recover on time in Osun State. Yeah, that's the story on the Point newspaper. Let's move around to this Nigeria this morning. Same pictures of Victor Osimhen and Aziza Toshola on the front page there. You just have to understand why it's our time as it concerns African football. All right, now on to the other story. Tsunami. I like the adjective they used here. I like the word. Tsunami hits Rivers PDP as 27 House of Assembly members dumps the party. You find out there. APC welcomes defectors. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. You are welcome in the name. That's the song they've been singing to them. You're welcome. You're welcome. In fact, they even give them flags. We quit because of division in our former party. Wow. No. The party don't turn X. We quit because of our former party. There was division in the party. PDP shocked. Says defectors' actions not legal. Okay. You find that in the this Nigeria, other stories here. We are not satisfied with our security situation, says Tinubu. You find that here also. Then more firms likely to follow exit of P&G. Talking about P&G, that is Procter & Gamble, one of the biggest, one of the foremost companies in the country that have also packed up. Now, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, they are warning that as it is that they are likely. The more companies are likely to also quit the country. Okay, so other stories here. Dave Umahi, the Minister of Works, he's saying contractors frustrating concrete roads policy. That is what Dave Umahi is saying. He says contractors are frustrating the work there that is supposed to be done. Other stories, many killed during nightclub shooting in Anambra. So sad there. Nightlife in Anambra now would have a big question because, but yesterday is what? Yesterday is Monday. Then you ask, who goes to the club on Monday though? Yeah, who goes to the club on Monday? Ghost farmers, major beneficiaries of federal government interventions, says Agric Ministry. So right now, we don't have just ghost workers in the country. We also have ghost farmers. Wow. So many of the ghost issues, you look at the federal or the federal civil service, government functions, there is always this talk of ghost workers. We have ghost workers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially graduated from ghost workers. Now we have ghost farmers in the country. Welcome to Nigeria. We are in this together. Okay, this Nigerian newspaper, that is where you'll find all these stories. All right, now we're moving now to other newspapers. This is The Guardian. Yeah, The Guardian newspaper this morning. Yuletide, talking about the Christmas celebration. Nigerians groan as basic needs exceed real income. Nigerians groan as basic needs exceed real income because the money we are getting is not equivalent to what we are going to spend. We are getting the monies, but then if you go to the market reality, the reality in the market is not the same thing anymore. So Nigerians are basically not happy. We are not smiling because right now imagine you going to the market with probably, let's say, 30,000 or 40,000 naira. You come back with a poly bag. You understand? You go to buy market stuff, you come back with a poly bag. Things are not the same as it used to be before, just like Nito C said in one of his songs, yeah? Things are not the same anymore. So you find that in the Yuletide message there, page 6 in the Guardian newspaper, Osimhen Oshola Nadozie win as Nigerian sweep scarf awards. You find that there also. Which other story is making the rounds here? Okay, the story concerning Wike Fubara and the lawmakers that left the PDP to the APC. You also find out there. Jail awaits those forging Akeredolu signature, says commissioner. Okay. It's getting more interesting in that regards. Nigeria in darkness as national grid collapses again. Underline the word again. because it's for the upteenth time, the grid continues to collapse. And you ask yourself, why the grid always, why is it always collapsing? Well, that's the story from the Guardian newspaper. As it is, let us switch now to the blueprint. All right, so what are they printing to us? The blueprint, Tinubu is saying, I will be satisfied as president only when ellipsis, dot, dot, dot. You find it there, you know what he's talking about security in the country. He'll be satisfied when he knows that, yes, our security situation is guaranteed. All right, Emefiele's Naira redesign ran farmers bankrupt. Many farmers became broke overnight. That is what the federal government is saying. Then you ask yourself, but the same federal government gave Emefiele the go-ahead to print the new Naira notes. So why is the federal government tackling what the federal government did by painting it on just Emefiele, whereas the federal government during the time of Muhammadu Buhari gave the go-ahead that yes, in fact, the president himself launched the new Naira design. In fact, and nobody is talking anything about the e-Naira. What happened to the e-Naira? Nobody is saying anything about the e-Naira. A lot of money was spent on the launch of the e-Naira. A lot of money was spent in the designing of the logo for the e-Naira. But today, the e-Naira has just, is the fact, the story of the e-Naira is just like the story of Solomon Grundy, born on Monday, christened on Tuesday, and died a natural death. Basically, nobody is talking anything or mentioning about the e-Naira anymore. Welcome to Nigeria. Welcome to Nigeria. It has been swept basically under the carpet. Tinubu disturbed by mistaken drone attack in Tundumbiri. This according to Malagi. Okay, Wike versus Fubara. You also find out in the Blueprint newspaper. The story is also there. Yahoo boy kills final year students and 2 others in Delta State. Big story there. That is the Blueprint. That's where you find that story this morning. Okay. Quickly, let's move because of our time this morning. Let's quickly move to other newspapers. First News, that's where we're going to right now. On the first newspaper, panic grips Fubara's camp as 27 pro-Wike assemblymen defect to the APC concerning the crisis in engulfing Rivers State. Rivers prices PDP seeks election to replace 27 defected lawmakers. You'll find that there also. Naira scarcity. CBN suspends processing fees on large cash deposits. Emefiele's Naira redesign policy made farmers bankrupt. Federal government. Which other story is new here? Eight kidnapped Nasara University students regain freedom. Yes, we talked about that also yesterday. Basically, Rivers dominating. Kaduna drone attack also here. So basically, the same stories in the First News. You find the same story too in the Salient Times newspaper. That's where we are in right now. I'm just looking for news stories. Basically, if there are any. Okay. Okay, in Ogun State, Governor Dapo Abiodun warns traditional rulers against selling government lands. Okay. So the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, is warning the traditional rulers, do not sell government lands because we know the way you run your package, the moniles and every. So do not sell government lands. And this is a basic message to you all in Ogun State, or you are in Lagos or you're any part, and you want to go and buy a land in Ogun State right now. Please do your findings. Do your findings to avoid stories that touch. Not you have purchased the land, you are already building, and government comes and say, this land you are trespassing. This land belongs to the government. So please do your own due diligence as it regards purchasing of land, not just in Ogun State, but basically anywhere in Nigeria right now. Because we've heard different cases. We've seen examples of people going to purchase lands in a place. In fact, you've built your house for a couple of years. I know a particular one that the house is, in fact, not just a particular area, in a full community, not knowing that it's a government-owned community. Today, in that particular place, they've built a police barrack named the Muhammadu Buhari Police Estate, somewhere along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. So please, if you are going to get a land, please and please do your basic research, your due diligence to avoid stories that touch. If not, you will learn. And trust me, you'll learn the hard way. All right, now to the Punch newspaper we go. PDP moves to replace 27 pro-Wike assembly defectors. Yeah, you find out in the Punch newspaper. Aggrieved legislators no longer Rivers Assembly members. Declare seats vacant. PDP writes INEC. Defected lawmakers threaten to reject Governor Fubara's requests. APC hails defection. You find that in the Punch newspaper alongside basically other stories. CBN cancels large depositors' fines. Labour fumes as federal government stops 35,000 naira award payments. Wow. Interesting. We'll look into that story in the course of the show today. Tinubu condemns police station burning, tells army to protect democracy. Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, to delist over 91,000 companies over infractions. And if you look at it, infractions may be due to the tax levy. It may be. It may be. Yeah. Amotekun arrests 62 suspected criminals in Ondo State. Power generation crashes to 435 megawatts as grid collapses again. Yeah, that's a story you'll find in the Punch newspaper. And finally, on this morning, on the newspapers, Nigerian, that's on the business day, that's where we're going to, the business day newspaper. Nigerian elites face hard times as inflation hits all-time high. That's what they're trying to say here. Inflation right now is in fact an all-time high. Elites now face hard times. If the elites are complaining, what will the poor masses be doing? Because the elites right now are complaining about inflation. It's affecting everybody. Tom, Dick, and Harry. Everybody, one way or the other, we're all affected by what is going on. What is going on there as it is. So these are some of the stories making the rounds as it is. Yeah. All right. So these are the stories basically on the newspapers this morning. Like I said, you just keep your comments coming through there. Gladys, yes. So you say by your time when you send the message, you say it's very cold. A very good morning over there, 5:29 a.m. Yes, I get you. You are always in Atlanta, Atlanta, USA. Thank you very much, Gladys. Good morning, dear Mr. Ibuka. How are you doing today? I'm very fine. Yes, and good morning to you too. It's very cold over there, so grab a cup of tea or something warm to just use for your body. Anything that makes you feel warm, use it. You know what works for you. I'm not going to say more than that. All right, so we'll begin on a short break right now. When we come back from the break, we'll look into some of the basics, other stories, yeah? So, but stress, add flesh to the stories this morning. Don't go anywhere. This is still Lagos this morning.
100 naira, that's Sanwo-Olu.
All right, y'all, welcome back from the short break. Thank you for staying tuned. It's still Lagos this morning on Flip TV. My name is Ebuka Ezobika. So thank you once again for staying tuned with me on the show as we ride together on the Jolly Ride today. So let's basically go into some of the stories that we've picked out from the newspapers. Basically, almost all the news stories are basically talking about the same thing. But first off, let's start with this from Lagos State. Yesterday we mentioned about the Lagos State Traffic Management Agency, the LASMA. Right now, yesterday they had a parade trying to sensitize the audience and the population in Lagos State basically about the safetiness or safety driving in Lagos during this Yuletide period. Because we know during there's always a basic, in quotes right now, a craze about driving. So the Lagos State Traffic Management Agency, they were doing their sensitization walks all through yesterday, dancing on the road, singing, doing the Komole moves and every all is just to entertain passers-by. At the same time as they're entertaining, they're making sure that they are passing the message. Use your seat belts, do not overspeed, do not pass one way. Make sure you follow all the driving regulations, the rules and regulations that is within the confines of driving. Make sure you follow it. Avoid overloading your buses. The basics that you know concerning driving, that is what the LASMA are trying to pass the message across to everybody in Lagos. As long as you're a commuter, you're a driver, you're a passenger, you're a car owner, these things you should know you do it. Usage of seat belts is very important. But we know we don't really like seat belt using in Lagos State. No, we only use seat belts when we know that there is a last mile officer ahead of us, or probably a police officer, a federal safety corps member that is standing somewhere. The driver will not say, "Hello, bros, I beg get me use that your belt very well." And most of the time, those belts are not really nice. Just hold on like that until we pass this place. So please, yeah, the seatbelt is for your benefit, is for your use. But in Nigeria, yeah, the seatbelt is begging us to use it. So basically, that's what the last one they were doing yesterday. And I want to say yes, good job there from the last mile officials. Good job, as it says. So let's leave the last mile story right now. There's still in Lagos State. Now, other stories that we're talking about. Sanwo-Olu will be presenting the Lagos State 2024 budget. This will be happening on Wednesday. So that is the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, would be presenting the budget for the state for next year, Wednesday, because people have been asking the questions, oh, when is the governor going to send the budget to the assembly for approval? Questions have been coming front and back, but then finally the news is out that the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, tomorrow would present the 2024 budget. Yesterday, the governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, presented the budget for the state yesterday. That of Rivers would have been done, but then they are having in-house issues. For Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu will present the 2024 budget before the Lagos State House of Assembly on Wednesday, as it is in the government house there, or in the secretariat in Alausa here in Ikeja. That is where it is going to go down. Now, in a statement on Monday by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho, coming out with that particular statement. The budget will highlight the details of planned capital projects, recurrent expenditure, and anticipated revenue for the fiscal year will be laid for consideration before the House of Assembly. Also, according to him, the presentation will follow the over 80% impressive performance of the Y2023 budget in capital expenditure across Q1, Q2, and Q3. Expected at the event are the representatives of economic, political, cultural, and civil society organizations. It will also be beamed live on some television stations, so you can keep tabs with that on Flip TV, and we'll try as much as possible to bring you abreast with the information on how much would be presented by the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, tomorrow. So we'll be expecting that. How much is it for Lagos on the budget? So let's move on to other news now. Still in Lagos State, Lagos to prosecute driver for damaging bridge. Yeah, remember we talked about this last week. Yeah, we mentioned about the driver that God knows how he did it. I still can't fathom how it happened. But the Lagos State government has said it will file criminal charges against the driver and the owner of the truck, yeah, that rammed and damaged a pedestrian bridge at the Alakpere area of the state. The State's Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, gave the hint in an interview. Omotosho said it was criminal and unfair for people to vandalize public property put in place by the government for the benefit of all. The commissioner said, first, to destroy government infrastructure is criminal. It is inhumane. It is unfair. Anytime we go in to inaugurate a project, we tell the people to own the project. We advise them to prevent vandals from destroying the project. So, this particular bridge that you are talking about has served Lagos for several years, and it has been able to reduce the accidents that used to occur around the place and the loss of human lives we used to have them. For a vehicle to see the bridge and not respect the height and just bashing into it like that, destroying it and making it unusable for human beings, I think is a crime against all of us. The government is not going to take it easy. It is going to file a criminal charge against the owners of the vehicle. Now, according to Omotosho, he stressed that the states would not allow the case to slide. They cannot be allowed to just get away with it. The destruction of public property anywhere in the world is very wrong. Ours will not be different. This is coming from Gbenga Omotosho saying this, and we know that the Lagos State government would step in because you can't let this just go like that. You understand? They have to set a precedence so that if others see the punishment that will be meted out to this particular driver and the owner of the truck, it would not make any other person. That is, it will serve as a punishment for others. Yes, that you see that this kind of thing is happening, then you would not want to try it again. But then I still ask the question: how did it happen? Was the driver on another planet? Probably is in Pluto, or I don't know how. Because in your normal, if you're in your normal senses, you should know that there is a pedestrian bridge, and the load you are carrying and the height of your vehicle should let you know that, hey, your truck would not be able to pass the bridge, but still, in fact, for the bridge itself to collapse, it means he was not even driving with caution. It had to hit the bridge with enough force for that bridge to collapse the way it did. But then the Lagos State government have said, yes, this one, they will not let it go on a low. No, this is not on a low. That they will fight the case as it is. So let us see. I just hope we get to see to the end of this particular issue. Now let's move on. Let's talk about the NLC this morning, talking about the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Labour Union. They are fuming. Yes, the Labour unions are fuming. They are angry at the federal government concerning the 35,000 naira wage award. Yeah. Now, the organized labor and the federal government of Nigeria are on a collision course over the government failure to sustain the payment of 35,000 naira wage award to workers. Now, workers in the Federal Civil Service, in separate interviews with the Punch on Monday, noted that the federal government only paid 35,000 naira wage award for only September. Following the removal of the fuel subsidy by President Bola Tinubu on his assumption into office, the federal government agreed to pay 35,000 naira to each of its workers to reduce the hardship caused by the removal. The government, in a memo signed by the chairman, National Salaries, Wages and Income Commission, Ekpo Nta, stated that the payment of the wage award would begin to take effect from September 1, 2023. However, findings by journalists indicted the government only paid the wage award for only the month of September. In fact, a senior civil servant in one of the core ministries, departments and agencies said the wage award was only paid once, and I assume that was the one for September. Since then, we have not received another. We all are confused, as there have been no official communication from the government as regards the matter. We are all confused at the moment. Another civil servant who spoke in a condition of anonymity stated that what you heard is true. We have not received anything else other than initial wage award, which was paid. The government cannot continue to let the citizens suffer. Our take-home salaries cannot even take us home any longer. At this point, take home cannot even take you home. What is meant to take you from point A to point B will take you from point A and drop you in between point A and point B. That's what they are trying to say. That the federal government just paid only that of September. What happened to October? And what happened to November? We are currently in December. So the civil servants are fuming. They are complaining. So right now, the NLC, that's Nigerian Labour Congress, they are also not happy about it. Now, what is the NLC saying? The NLC, they are saying that the Congress will do something about this, but what it will do will be dependent on the appropriate organs of the Congress. On communication with the government, sure, they said they will do that, and usually it precedes their action. But the spokesperson of the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, Bawa Mokwa, in an interview with correspondents, allayed fears of civil servants. Mokwa noted that plans were ongoing to ensure that civil servants receive their wage awards. So let us see. The government at this particular point have to do something, because people cannot be suffering and smiling. You understand? Or smiling and suffering. It depends on the context you want to look at it from. The promise has been made. It now rests on the government to fulfill their part of the bargain. The NLC called off its strike because of all these fundamental issues, bordering on all these particular cogent points they brought out to the fore. based on the workers' complaint. The federal government came out to say that, okay, 35,000 naira wage award will be added to everything. So paying it just once to cushion the effect of the subsidy. And what happened to other months? So, but as the government has said, they are working on it. Working on it for 2 months is still something. In those 2 months, who knows what would have happened to the common man? Like they said, the take home cannot take anybody home. The price of things in the market keeps on going on. Transport fare is on the high side. Nobody's even looking towards the aviation sector anymore, because travel by flight right now, it's basically choking. It's crazy at the moment. Then by road itself, it's not even helping matters. Fuel scarcity is on one side. The cash scarcity is on another side. Basic and average Nigerian right now is suffering, to say but the least. So the federal government needs to do more. Right now, let's leave Lagos State. Let's leave the NLC now. Let's travel. Let's go into Rivers State. That is where we're heading into right now. Now, the ongoing political drama in Rivers State has taken a very, very interesting turn, as 27 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly have defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. The video came out yesterday where we saw these 27 in the bus celebrating as it was.
Your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate.
So that was the video there. The lawmakers, defecting 27 of them in total, coming out to say, yes, we're no longer part of the PDP. We are now members of the APC, and you can see them donning their flags, bringing out the flags there, that, yes, this is where we are right now. We've moved from this political party because there is, according to them, there is division in the People's Democratic Party. That is why they are moving to the All Progressives Congress. But now,
on your mandate,
called on INEC to conduct a new election in the 27 state constituents of Rivers State. The party said this in a Monday statement in the wake of the defection of 27 Rivers Assembly members from the PDP to the APC, and called on INEC to declare their seats vacant. The PDP contends that according to Section 109, subsection 1, paragraph G, of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, the seats of the 27 lawmakers have automatically become vacant as a result of their departure from the PDP, the political party under whose platform they were elected into the Rivers State House of Assembly. Now, quoting Section 109, subsection 1 of the Constitution, the PDP national spokesperson Debo Ologunagba, who signed the statement, maintained that a member shall vacate their seats if they become a member of another political party before the expiration of the period for which the House was elected. The PDP emphasizes that the Supreme Court's clear interpretation supports the view that the defected members have forfeited their seats, rights, privileges, recognition, and obligations. In light of these constitutional provisions, the PDP called on the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly to promptly adhere to the Constitution by declaring the seats of the 27 former lawmakers as vacant. Now, given the now existing vacancies in these 27 state constituencies of the Rivers State, the PDP's request that INEC, within the stipulated period outlined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, organize fresh elections to fill the voids. The PDP warned lawmakers against presenting themselves as members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, cautioning that such actions could lead to charges of impersonation, which serious legal consequences will be taken on them. This according to the press release done by the spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party, Debo Ologunagba. Now, the members of the People's Democratic Party, former members right now, because they've ported, let me use that word, they've ported from the party. They are right now with another party. And right now, they are saying that they are leaving the PDP because of divisions in the party, that the party is in crisis. And according to the law, for you to leave your political party that brought you into office before the time of your expiration of your term in office, according to the law, it must be that you must live on the premise that the party that you belong to are in crisis. Now, the law does not define what crisis meant. The law just said as long as there is crisis in the party, and according to these members, the 27 of them, they're saying that the crisis in the party is because of there is division in the party, that up until now they don't have a substantial party secretary. That in the secretariat they don't know who is the secretary of the PDP, and because of that, there's nobody they could call on when there are issues burden in the party. They mentioned so many other things, that when the House of Assembly was burnt, when they were almost beaten to death, that nobody came to them to talk to them. They've even tried to send letters, but they don't know who to address the letters to. So many of those things. But right now, the PDP there in the state is saying, come, we are not a house under crisis. We are okay. We are not under any form of crisis. The PDP, the governor is from the PDP. That was talking about Similaye Fubara. But then other people are saying that this fight is still because of the underground wranglings between the former governor of the state, talking about Ezemo Yesomwike, and also the current governor of the state, Similaye Fubara. He says still this is part of the stories going around. According to the Point newspaper, you could see they were saying that probably on the 15th of May, it's possible that Wike also joins the APC. It's possible, according to the Point newspaper that we read to you this morning. So all these shenanigans going on in the PDP in Rivers State, in fact, the political atmosphere in Rivers State right now is, in fact, let me borrow the words of Professor Obayagbo, is in a situation of bisma. Let me just borrow his words. Is a krimkum krakum situation that is, just what it is at the moment right now. The budget for the states, the governor had a FEC, the Federal Executive Council meeting some days back, and he was supposed to present the budget for approval. Now, do not forget that even in the Rivers State right now, they have two factions of the National Assembly, of the State Assembly basically, in Rivers State. Two factions. There is the pro-Wike faction, there is the pro-Fubara faction. One of the factions doesn't have the maize, that is talking about the pro-Wike faction, but the pro-Fubara faction, they have the maize they are operating with. So you ask yourself, what is really going on? 27 lawmakers have left, leaving the state now with, I think, 4, 5, or 6 lawmakers. Would the governor be going with the 6? But like PDP have said, INEC would have to conduct fresh elections in the state. Well, the matter will keep following tabs. We'll be keeping tabs on that particular issue going on in the states they're talking about Rivers State. Basically, it's just basically funny what is really going on there politically. It's just something. Okay, now let's leave that issue. Let's travel to Kano State this morning, as it is basically. But before that, let's go on a short break. We'll be coming back and we'll give you more stories right here on Lagos This Morning.
100 Nereko, Estamba Seko.
All right, so quickly, thank you. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. We just had to take a breather after so many of those interesting stories that we've given out to you. So quickly, let's touch on the Kano State quickly. Now, Kano Agency impounds 4,600 bottles of alcoholic drink. Yeah, it's a very pertinent situation. Now, the Kano Road and traffic agencies on Monday arrested a truck conveying more than 4,600 bottles of alcoholic drinks. Now, the agency's public relations officer, Nabulisi Abubakar, disclosed this in a statement released in Kano. He said that, according to him, the registration number, he mentioned it, was apprehended along Ibrahim Taiwo Road around 4 a.m. on Sunday by officers of the agency. Immediately, the driver saw the officers of the agency. He parked the truck and ran away. Now, there is this thing in Kano State about the Hisba law not wanting alcohol in the state. But I asked myself one question. If there is always alcohol drink coming in the state, it means they really have people consuming these drinks in the state. So why stopping these things and not forgetting taxpayers' money to go to these things too? So anyways, it's the law, and whatever it is your state. Quickly, let's leave all the stories right now. Let's move on to sports. Yes, it's excitement time in sports as long as Nigerians is concerned. Yesterday was a good day in the office for Nigerians, basically, except for Deborah. Deborah, we know she can, but she's still very young. She's still very talented. She will bounce back. She's a fine girl. She's a baller, Agba baller. But let's talk about the winners yesterday. She's a winner in her own right. For you to be nominated alone, talking about Deborah right now, she's also a winner. But yesterday, the Super Eagles of Nigeria celebrated for the first time since 1994, Kano Wanko. That was the last time we won this award. We've been robbed on so many occasions. We've been robbed. Yes, I will say that with my full chest. Yes, we were robbed. Gijo Kosha should have won it twice. He was not given. Mikel should have won it once. He was not given. But finally, it was not the kid's same. Victor Osimhen, congratulations. Let's watch the speech from Victor Osimhen to Azato Shola down to the best goalkeeper, talking about Chiamaka Nadozie. We'll just brief all of them one by one. Let's go.
Please, Victor, let's immortalize this moment, please. Congratulations, and we want to
stay with us.
Stay with us just for a group picture, family picture. Yes, Victor.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to say thank you, God, for everything. Special thanks goes to Mr. Emmanuel Amunike. Without him, I don't think I will be standing in front of you guys. Holding one of the most prestigious awards in world football. It's a dream come true for me. I want to thank everyone that have seen me through life's journey in achieving my dreams, in achieving my goals. I appreciate Nigerians for their support. I appreciate Africa for putting me on the map, for encouraging me, for defending me, regardless of my shortcomings. Thank you so much. I also thank Emmanuel Adebayo for his encouragement. Solomon Kalu, I appreciate you. Every African legend that I've looked up to while growing up, that have inspired me. Can't forget DJ Drogba, my role model. Thank you so much.
Sanwo-Olu, Women's Player of the Year, who just received the trophy from President Patrice Motsepe.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. This night, I would love to use this opportunity to thank everyone who's been part of my journey, from grassroots football to national level to clubs. My teammates that will be know me. Football is a team sport. It's a team game. And I will urge all the federations in Africa to please together. Let's work together and build our country.
Bonsoir à tous. Good evening, everyone. I just want to use this great opportunity to say a very big thank you to the organizers, also for remembering the female goalkeeper this year. I also want to say a very big thank you to the Nigerian football president for everything he has done in the Nigerian female football. I'm a product of the Nigerian female football. And also thank you to my club, Paris FC, for all the encouragement. And thanks to everyone who voted for me and who nominated me. And to all the young girls growing up in Africa, dreaming of becoming a footballer one day. Believe me, dreams do come true. My dad never wanted me.
Les rêves sont faits pour devenir réalité.
You know, dreams are made to be accomplished.
I'm sure he's going to see this tonight and he's going to be happy. Keep dreaming, keep working hard. And
6 times. She's overtaking the likes of Pepe Chalun-Kocha, who did that 4 times.
Sanwo-Olu.
Record. Right now, you have to start winning from 18, basically, because she's still in the game and she's doing very, very, very well for herself. For Victor Osimhen, we say congratulations to you. Well deserved, yes, it is. From that category, defeating the likes of Mohamed Salah and also homeboy Ashraf Hakimi, and also to the Super Falcons, winning the female national team of the year. Yeah, congratulations to the female national team, Super Falcons of Nigeria. But then, how would the Super Falcons win the team of the year and the coach, not the coach of the year? There's some questions that is left to be answered. Radhi Wadrom too was not there present, but then the awards, the accolades have to go to him. Talking about the coach of the Super Falcons, the former coach. I don't know the situation around the coaching crew right now. Justin doing the work right now. But for Radhi Wadrom, I wanted him to win the award basically because he was nominated. But then it is what it is, Lagos, this morning. Thank you very much for watching the show today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you've been educated, informed, at the same time educated. We'll come your way again tomorrow, God's willing. Until then, don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share. And make it a time, with also on Flip TV. More programs still coming your way on Flip TV and also our sister channel, Flip TV Plus. As it is, my name is Ebuka Ezubika. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.
100 Nereko, Estambaseco.